Hi everyone, I'm actually working on a really fine detail carving today. As you can see, awful lot of fine detail in there, and so I'm having to keep my lino carving tool really sharp all the way through. So I thought whilst I was doing that I would give you a very quick demonstration on how I sharpen up my lino carving tools. Now it's quite useful for when you're working on very fine detail. Always try and keep your tool nice and sharp, and also when you buy new lino carving blades, sometimes you'll find that the tips of the blades have burrs on them, just something that's left over from the manufacturing process. So it's always nice to know how to clean those burrs out and keep your tools nice and sharp. So I've got two different types of tools that I use. This one is one that I use regularly. In fact, if I'm doing a nice lino carving like this, so it's nice and fine detail, I'll probably use this at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 times during the actual carving, just to keep everything nice and sharp. So it's called the SlipStrop, and it's by FlexCut, and you can easily find that online. And that's the one that I use most regularly. And then if I've got a new carving tool that's got burrs in it, or if my carving blade has got really dull after lots of use, so say I would probably do this at the beginning of every new lino cut that I do. These are called Arkansas Whetstones, so that's what I use to sharpen those up. So I'll just show you quickly what I do. You'll see that the Arkansas Whetstone has got two different edges. There's a rounded edge here, and then there's a V edge there. If I can just move that around, and then you'll see the V edge there. So these are great for both your V blade tools and your U blade tools. And to sharpen, first of all, with your V blade tool, what I do is tend to sharpen each side of the inside of the V blade first, and then the outside of each side of the V blade. So I take my tool to the whetstone, and I just, at the moment, I'm just pressing on the left hand side, and I go in one direction, drag it down the tool, I usually do it for about 10 strokes, but I'll just do it for 5 here. And then you do exactly the same, putting your pressure on the right hand side of the tool. So you can see I'm actually going right down the inside of the tool, either putting the pressure on the left hand side or the right hand side. And then the same process if you want to do the inside of your V blade tool. Now this one's actually a bit too wide for the V blade tool, but I've got some other ones in there that are a bit thinner. And what you can do is just drag that down exactly the same. So you put the center on, and then you just drag it all the way down. And it's usually profiled, so it'll fit into the U blade tool, sorry, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then what I want to do is just sharpen the outside. So I'll take that side first and just lay it on. Even pressure in the same direction, turn it over and do the other side. So you can see I'm just laying it on like that, and that's that. And then for the U blade, exactly the same, except I would do 3. I would do 1 to the side, 1 that's sort of a rolling motion in the center, and then 1 again to just one side. Okay. So once I've sharpened up with the whetstone, then I'll go on to the FlexStrop. Now, as I said before, the FlexStrop you can actually use several times during one carving. It's, you know, it's not as brutal a sharpen, if that's the right word. So all the instructions come with the SlipStrop. But what you do is you get this compound, which is like a gold compound, and this is made out of balsa wood, I think. It's certainly similar anyway. And you can see all the different profiles on there, so you can get all your different shapes of carving tool. So you rub your gold all over the top, and then exactly the same process. You just lay one side of the blade on to one of the profiles, nice and smooth in one direction, and then flip over and lay the profile, inner blade to the profile, and do exactly the same number of strokes. And then you have two leather areas. There's a leather area here, and you can see this well used one that I've got on the back. Again, put your gold compound on, and then this is for the outside, so you actually take your outside of your blade and again lay it nice and flat and then rub. And again there. And you do exactly the same with your U blade, just choose a different profile. And again, drag it along. With the U blade, I tend to like to do a middle section and then drag along on both inner edges. Put the pressure on each inner edge. And then for the back, same process. This is for the outer edge. So I tend to do both sides, and then I tend to do a bit of a rocking motion for the centre of the U blade. And that's it. So as I say, I would use this method several times during a carving, and then I would use the whetstone method maybe once at the beginning of each carving, or if you've got some new blades that you want to make sure are nice and sharp. So I hope that helps. Thanks, bye.